improvising.
What's this knob do?
What the fuck? Oh no! Everything is breaking. How dare you start without my permission? Hello! I have an interesting story for you. So this is the second time in a row I've almost started stream late because I was looking at my other monitor and not paying attention to the time. Because normally what I do is I have like an alarm for like 30 minutes before. I mean, I'm always here, but, you know, just in case I forget. And I got everything set up, everything's fine, and then it didn't go well. So I wanted to start out with a very interesting thing I did. So last night, well, actually not last night. For the past few months, let me start the story way back ago. I bought FL Studio, the like $200 version, like 8 months ago or something like that. And I've been dabbling with it off and on. And I've been learning music theory and stuff because my goal, my whole reason for buying it is that I wanted to mess around with, you know, music theory and just kind of have the opportunity to make sound. Not music itself, but like sound. So if I want to be stupid, I can, and I have that like extra power. But what happened is, last night, I, you know, just got into a groove and I was going to make a song. And I had like chords and stuff. I had a melody. I had a backing track. I mean, I spent like 8 hours on this thing. And then my FL Studio crashed. And I didn't save it. And I was so frustrated. Yeah, it disappeared. I was so frustrated because I opened up FL Studio again, and I know that there's like a log dump thing. There's a bunch of like safety features for this happening exactly. And I didn't learn my lesson because whenever I edit videos for my YouTube channel on DaVinci Resolve, I always make sure to save like every 30 minutes or so, just out of habit. And I don't know why I haven't developed that, like, I guess, discipline for FL Studio, but God, last night was so frustrating. So that's kind of the preface for what I'm about to show you. I posted this on my Twitter very cryptically, and I just labeled it literally starting my FL Studio arc. And I'm actually kind of like thinking of removing it because of the fact that a lot of people have seen it, and I feel so bad because no one knows. No one knows if I'm being serious or if I'm being funny. Now, the reason I made this video, okay, and I'm gonna I spent way too much time on this, okay? I need to talk about it before I sweep it under the rug. I made this in like 20-30 minutes, and I was so angry. And I was like, this sucks. I hate life. Everything is annoying. God damn it. Why did this happen? So I made this in protest, and I was like, you know what? This is actually kind of funny. So I was like, I'm gonna make sure to show this first thing on stream, and I'm also gonna use it as an opportunity to plug my Twitter. I don't post anything useful there, but you know, if you ever are like, you know, what's going on over there? It's like, oh, it's a quick browse. But here is my masterpiece that I made in 30 minutes.
What's this knob do?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. So we're gonna move past that. So I have my emotional support turtle. I have to apologize. Yeah, see, exactly. Because you have to get in my mindset, right? I spent 8, not 4 or 5 or 2 or 6. I spent 8 hours in freaking FL Studio. Like, I was taking samples from places. I was like really into it. Like, I was like, whoa, and I had never gotten this far before. Because normally I start like a melody or something, get like a chord here or there, and then blah, blah, blah. Why did the cat keep disappearing? It did? It may have just been the GIF I used, because I, okay, you kind of need to give me an out, because I didn't just make the song in 20 minutes. I ripped the audio, because I mastered it in FL Studio, right? And I exported it as an MP3. And I couldn't upload it to my Twitter as, like, just an audio file. So I had to put it in disappear. It was appearing in... Well, would you like me to fix it and replay it for you? Would you like to experience it a second time? I don't think anyone really wants... Here, you know what? Just because, you know, I feel like we need to have the experience. I think we need to share. Oh,
What's
shit.
this?
I would love to see it again. See, this is a problem that I need to be careful about, right? Is I am so easy to convince and so easy to kind of like, hey, go do this stupid thing. Now, obviously, I have my fence boundaries, right? You know, and I don't cross them, but everything else is fair game. And stuff like this, oh man, you can't incentivize me to do this. So what you're saying is that you were listening to the audio. Meanwhile, you were basically having it, probably, I hope you're not epileptic or anything like that, just having it flash in and out. So it really was cursed. So when you said, bro, what the, it wasn't just to the audio. Go jump off a bridge. Well, here we go. We can do it together.
What's this knob do?
Yeah, I was
Let's
improvising.
listen one more
What's this
time.
knob
We
do?
gotta make sure we got it.
Yeah.
Okay. The cat is just there and then not. Oh. Well, to be honest with you, I think it's just glitched out. Here. Go to my Twitter. It works perfectly. What is there's actually a term for this. Like content creators will literally like cause problems like this. Like they'll have like things not work and then they'll say, "Oh yeah, go to my X platform." Well, in this case it literally would be X, right? Cuz it's now called X instead of Twitter. And then you would go there to watch the video. But okay. Even though I did just kind of shotgun anyone who's here with what is, in my opinion, probably the most god-awful music they've ever heard in the most recent time. But I do have good news. No, like, when it goes to the other thing, not on the cat is not there. Oh, I don't know, man. I went on Google, and I put copyright-free anime dancing. Okay, that's the first thing that popped up. Or rather, that's the first thing I could download. So I don't know. Your guess is literally as good as mine. My intention behind this is just there. There it is. It is just visual fluff. It has no value whatsoever. What isn't visual fluff though is my boy Rick. He's gonna be my emotional support turtle. But one thing that I do want to say though, even though I thought it was hilarious, I still think it's hilarious. It's cringe, but it's funny to me. Is I always watch my streams. I watch every single stream, which is one of the reasons why they aren't too long yet, is I watch them to see, okay, oh, I should probably have the BGM. I don't like my voice, so, putting something in the background is nice to kind of get away from it. But I listen to every single stream because I want to make sure that my intentions when I was streaming, were communicated. Talk about a tangent, right? Like, I thought I'm bad with tangents. Holy hell, talk about a tangent. But I always watch my streams back because I want to make sure that no matter what I'm saying, what I'm doing, or whatever the case, I'm like, okay, let me try to put it in an actual way that you like. It is as I bump my mic. Hey. See, here's a problem with those jokes, right? Because I know you're joking. The problem is that it's in text, right? If I could hear your voice saying it sarcastically, I'd be like, oh yeah, no problem. But because I can't hear your voice saying it sarcastically, I'm assuming the best. Okay, so I'm assuming the best, that's a joke. But let's assume, like, I'm wrong and you're being serious. Don't do that. Don't do that, right? Don't cause problems for yourself. There's no point, right? Don't do that. Let me reread this again. I want to make sure I have my brain on right. Buy their shirt. They're like $20, right? Tape it to your shirt tomorrow. Okay, now, is that with it in the box, or is it the broke? See, okay, now, if you just take the box with nothing in it and you tape it to your shirt, now, first and foremost, you're gonna get like an assistant principal or something. No, you cut it? Okay, well, whatever the case, whatever the means or methods or opportunity you're gonna take, right? Just make sure you don't get in trouble. right? Don't get in trouble. Because here's the thing about getting in trouble with, like, whether you're in high school or college or, like, trade school or whatever, right? Even if it's really, really funny, you can DM me on Twitter if you have a Twitter, or, is there any other way? Yeah, just DM me on Twitter. I'll take a look at it. But, yeah, let me let me talk about my stream improvement. So I had a stream a few days ago where I was going through my audio equipment, and I have a lot of pretty expensive stuff because I just love. I'm an enthusiast. I really like good audio, and frankly, you know, I had the opportunity to get a lot of good stuff, so I did. But one thing that I didn't have was a pop filter, right? So these past few streams, like, every Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers would be horrific to listen to. And it's not, like, horrible, right? It's not like, but it's also not perfect, right? But it did fix the majority of the issues that I had. So the majority of the issues that I had was, okay, like, from my perspective, I need to get rid of the pops, and I need to get rid of me, like, breathing excessively into the mic. This has effectively done that. But apparently, and I didn't know this, okay, there are apparently, like, mesh nylon pop filters that, like, you normally see, like, everyone knows about if you know what a pop filter is. And then there's, like, metal ones, and they're called, like, one is, like, called a pop filter, and the other is called a windscreen. And it's just like, what? But yeah, anyway, I got that, set it up, and it's working really well. I was, like, kind of scared because I got it, like, literally, like, 45 minutes before stream, so I didn't really have a lot of time to test all the intricacies and stuff and see, like, what's going good, what's going bad. So I'm kind of curious about, like, you know, when I rewatch the stream, hopefully I'm right. Hopefully I'm good to go. We'll see. But the good news is that, I actually don't know. I've never sent a DM. Actually, no, that's a lie. I think you just... Actually, I want to know how to do this. Okay, so you just do my @ so Raztavi. And then... you should be able to send a message. Right? Yeah, okay. We are learning... Yeah, I know. I'm a boomer, apparently. Well, okay. I'm not a boomer, right? Thank God. But the thing is that I don't use Twitter for anything except posting random, like, thought blurbs that I have, liking cat videos and memes. Hey. His name is Rick, okay? And Rick is my emotional support turtle, okay? And what... you walked in at a good time. But yeah, we're currently trying to figure out how to send a DM on Twitter. But anyway, my Twitter page is mostly just memes, okay? And then me liking random stuff about cats. Just things that, like, kind of make your heart full, because, like, I go to Twitter pages, right? And I look at their likes and I'm like, this is depressing, right? Old people know how to work Twitter more than us. Isn't that weird? Don't you think that's odd? Wasn't it, like, I still remember it being the case that the older you get, the more, like, ignorant you become with technology. And now it's, like, weird. Yeah, and here's the thing, like, sometimes they'll have, like, a really incredible grasp on it, but mainly they're IT, right? So they have to, it's their job. But 99% of the time, that's not the case. It's just that we're seeing the 1%, right? So it's that, like, survivorship bias, right? Where we're seeing the person that's actually talking, not the ones that got shot down. But yeah, my Twitter is literally just a bunch of really crappy memes. And, let's see. I'm not going to hurt you, Ryzen. I'm not going to hurt you. But I was telling a story about how I spent about 8 hours yesterday on a song in FL Studio. And I'm not a producer. I'm not good. I enjoy making stuff. And I spent 8 hours on this, and I lost it. I tried recovering. I did everything. Trust me, I spent a long time. And I made a song in retaliation, and I posted it on my Twitter, at Raztavi, if you're interested. And it's an 11-second clip of probably what I can only describe as the most god-awful arrangement of sound that has ever been made. And I titled it Starting My FL Studio Arc. And oh my god. The worst part is the fact that 40 people have seen it, okay? I uploaded it and forgot about it. I looked at it as stream started and I went, oh my god, 39 other people have watched this, and went, oh my god, is he being serious? Or is this a joke? Don't mind me, I'm just dimension walking in everyone's streams and I pop into streams. Yeah, I'm glad this caught your eye. I feel free to stay if you want to come back. Feel free. If you want to drop a follow, I go live every day at the same time. And I've been doing it since I quote unquote debuted on the 22nd of February, I think, something like that. And I've been steadily improving everything. And believe it or not, today I made a massive advancement. I bought a pop filter, a very good pop filter, by the way. And I can let you all know which one I got if you want. And it is really nice. This is a freshly new stream. Yeah, I got 2 followers. Okay, and here's the thing. The only reason I want followers, because I am perfectly fine with everyone chilling in chat, hanging out, talking, just being here. That's cool, right? That's why I'm doing this. I want to hang out, right? But the benefit of being an affiliate is that you get... Oh, that's awesome. Thank you, Raztavi. That's amazing. Yes, my stream alerts work. Thank you. I have been trying to fix this for like a fucking week, and it just hasn't been working. Okay, I'm back. I'm totally fine. I am a very calm streamer. I am not unhinged in any way, shape, or form. But yeah, thank you for the follow, first and foremost. But also, no, I have been struggling with so many things because, like, if you've ever been interested in making content, there is such a massive wall of stuff to get through in order to, like, even be halfway decent, right? I have spent countless hours figuring out how stream elements work. And you know what was the problem? Okay, and keep in mind, I am not a sage, I'm not intelligent, I am not wise, I'm just a guy. The reason the alerts weren't working was because I didn't mod stream elements in my chat. And you know when I fixed that? Today. Can't believe it. And I'm like, oh god, it's like, jeez, how can I make so many stupid mistakes? But I just want to say thanks for coming by. Whether you stay here for a little time or a long time, it means the world to me. But speaking of a long time, I have figured out why my streams were having problems. Oh, thank you. My stream was having problems, and Rin was here for this, where it was just dropping randomly for no reason, even though I had internet access. So my internet, and I talked to my ISP, I promised I would do it, so I did. And apparently, I talked to them and they're like, yeah, you should have, I think they said like 200 megabytes up and then like 10, 15 upload, right? Megabits per second, right? So pretty good, right? I mean, I pay a premium price for it, so I should, right? Then I find out, right? And I asked them, I said, do you guys throttle the rate? Which is essentially a term that means that they change the amount that's given to you based upon how many people are on the network. So if it's Friday, Saturday night and everyone's on, instead of getting 10 megabits per second upload, I get 5, right? Which is not good. So and the reason that's significant is because I was streaming at 1080p 60 FPS, which is what I want to get to eventually. But in this stream, you may notice it's 720p by 60 FPS. And the reason why is because I noticed that around this time it throttles back. I feel so stupid I'm trying, and I'm so confused. Hey, here's what I've learned about learning, okay? And here's the funny thing, right? When, like, take something take something that, like, that's your thing, it, right? What time is it currently? Well, right now, I'm in the central center. Oh my god. It's 7:21 p.m. for me. I am beyond incapable of words at the moment, it seems. But it's currently 7:21 p.m. I'm in Central Standard Time. But the good news is that if you're ever curious about if you're trying to change it to your time zone, because I don't want to dox y'all's time zones if you don't want to, you can go on my page and I have the time in JST. I have the time for Europe in GMT, well, Britain more specifically, and then I have most of the American time zones, because I've noticed that people that like pop in are mostly American. So if like EU bros were coming by, then obviously I would have like an even longer list to make sure they knew. It's not? Hold on, let me make sure that I have like, hold on, geriatric boomer moment. Let me make sure that I can how to enable DM on Twitter. Okay, it's probably in the okay, it says it's in the settings and privacy, so let me go there. Oh god. Hold on. Tap privacy and safety. Let's see. Direct messages. Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I had it set to no one? All right, that works. Good thing. I feel. Hey, I understand where you're coming from, right? Now, I've had a flip phone. Okay, I used to have a phone for like personal stuff, which is my iPhone, which is what's currently letting me be. Well, the model's name is Asuka, but I'm Raz, obviously. But I had a work phone that was exclusively for calls, and it's still on my desk. And it's not a flip phone, okay? It's worse. It's one of the slide ones. Here's some ASMR. There you go. And it, you know how like it's one of those phones that looks like it has the 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 call and end, and then if you want to text, you can slip out the side and there's a keyboard. I got it from Verizon, God knows how long ago. Yeah, I hate them too. I would rather sit here and do dit for one letter and do that than actually mess with it. Because here's the thing, I bought this because it was cheaper, but I actually prefer the Razr, the original Razr flip phone. To this day, I actually still have mine from way back when. Okay, it's in awful condition because I didn't care about it. But when I get like, if I ever need a second phone for anything, like Steam or something, that's what I'm gonna do. BlackBerry users? Oh, for sure. I mean, I think that definitely Blackberries have been taken over recently because of the fact that iPhones are just so much better from a tactile perspective, right? Because Blackberries, you need to put a lot of pressure on the pad to input a letter, whereas with iPhone, like, you can literally, like, I can type really, really fast. And yeah, there's a reason the iPhones are dominant, because it isn't just, like, a better Blackberry. It isn't just a better, X, Y, and Z. It just is better. Now, there are some cases where like Androids do perform better in certain tasks, but if you're just trying to do business and normal stuff, it will work. Yeah, Motorola will do it. I flip a Samsung, yeah. See, and here's the thing about it, right? People will give you so much mess for like what phone you have, and I never got that, right? Like I remember I had an Android first. And the reason I got an Android first was because I didn't want to spend the money on the iPhone. I was like, I'm not paying 800 freaking bucks. And then I sat next to my friends and stuff, and they were like, yeah, this thing is incredible. This is amazing. And I'm like, oh, I made a mistake. Oh. And the first iPhone I got was the iPhone 2, I think. It wasn't the original one. It was either the iPhone 2 or the iPhone 3. Yeah, it was the iPhone 2. And I had an iPad, what is it called? The iTouch back then. You can get a much nicer Android. See, that's the thing though, right? Like even if like you like Android more, I think from a aesthetic point of view, I think iPhone has a beat, right? Like I have never looked at an Android device and went, man, I love this user interface. It looks beautiful to me, which is why I like iPhone. And in my opinion, for my needs and what I do, which is just, daily use and then, in VTube Studio. And actually it's kind of interesting. iPhones are currently the like market like standard for like facial tracking and stuff. So like I've seen Android tracking with VTube Studio, which is the program I use, but like, I'm like a full fist away or full like arm's length away from my phone, and it picks up tracking no problem. Now there are limitations with the model because I'm an idiot and I haven't bothered rigging it, so I can't wink. So every time I try to, it picks me up doing it, but I don't do it. Yeah, see that's utilitarian, the practical, the pragmatic. I agree with you. But here's the thing, right? I used to be that way too. I used to be the way where I only wanted stuff that worked. Because I didn't want to deal with it. I just wanted what worked and move on. Then I realized that it wasn't major, but it was noticeable that if I got something that was also aesthetically pleasing to me, there was a little bit more joy. There was a little bit more pleasure, I guess you could say, and not like what do they call it? Like there's a specific word for it, but like it's a joy that transcends like anything like bad. It's just like it's nice. That's what I'm trying to say. And speaking of things that are actually nice, though, is that even though yeah, I'm jumping all over the place. I'm sorry. Like, even though my internet throttles a little bit, I'm watching the bit rate and everything, and I'm there's a tool down here that lets you see the max that you can do at a certain time. Yeah, astonished. Yeah, you're just like, yeah, because think about like when the first iPhone came out, right? When the first iPhone came out, that was nuts. Because the only way that there was good marketing was through word of mouth and really just seeing people use it. And yeah, back then I was astonished because I saw people pick up these phones and do things that, like I think the iPhone 1 had the slide to unlock. That blew my mind. I was like, this is incredible. Yeah, they were a phenomenon. And there was a reason why. We had never seen this before. It was making sci-fi reality. Oh my god. Whoa. Hold on. Raztavi, what? Whoa. Okay, I don't know what just happened. I don't know if you can see this, but Raztavi, apparently, according to Stream Elements, tried to type 17 messages and they got deleted? What the hell? And, okay, it's only a 300-second thing, so it's not too bad. Let me see if I can... My hope was that... Oh, I bet it's because... Hold on, let me see if I can fix this. It may be because you may have tried to put in a link or something like that. I don't know. Okay. I have to confess, I am not a professional streamer. I'm just a dude on the internet. So if something happens to you because of the bots or anything like that, and it's stupid, one, I will fix it. I guarantee you that. I will remedy the issue. But don't look at me like, oh yeah, this should be done. I know. I think it should be done too, but I don't know what I'm doing. So let me look at this real quick. Let me see. Chatbot. Okay, so now we're the geriatrics, huh? Or well, me and you are the geriatrics, Ren. You know, I can't figure out how to moderate my chat because apparently Raztavi got timed out for something, and it's probably something BS too. Let me see here. Let me see. Is there a ban list that I can take you off of? Because I don't want you sitting in purgatory for no reason. And here's the thing too. It's not showing me what killed you. It's not showing me like, hey, what happened here? It's just saying like, oh yeah, timed out for 17 messages. And it's like, hold on. I don't exactly think that he's going to spam 17 messages in a, you know, a small streamer thing. And even if he was, come on, you wouldn't talk to me beforehand. You know, like common sense, right? Let me see if I can fix this. But man, okay, let me see. How do I... And Stream Elements did it too. Unban. Let's see. Oh, come on. Stream Elements. Unban list. There we go. Maybe, hold on, wait. Maybe can I do... Wait, it was a timeout. It wasn't a ban. That's the problem. I don't think you... Can you undo timeouts? Let's see. Oh, wait. No, I can't. Unban. RZ. Underscore. Raztavi. Okay, I think I unbanned you. Oh, crap. Hold on. Timeout. RZ. Raztavi. 1. Sorry. Okay. Now, according to Twitch, that should have reset the timer and it should be... You should be free. There we go. Yeah, what happened? What happened there? Yeah, I know, right? Okay, because on my dashboard, it said 17 messages were deleted by a moderator. Do you remember what your last message was? And obviously don't say it because I don't want you to get banned again, but I'm going to disable the auto mod on Streaming Elements because that is... It may have been like... let me see. Well, okay, this is weird, okay? Because I changed the moderation. Oh, it purged you? What? Yeah, I'm sitting here currently trying to figure that out. Because I don't have a banned word filter. I turned that off on purpose. Now, obviously, I'm trusting you guys not to say anything sus. Oh. What? That's so stupid. That is so dumb. That is okay. So when stream is over, I am going to deep dive that. Now I can't spend too long on stream and I can't spend too much on that, but I guarantee you by tomorrow I will figure it out. Hey, that's the second time you've made that joke. Be careful, okay? Because I don't care, right? I am pretty much an open book on most things, okay? Now, I try to stay away from controversial stuff for the most part because my opinion doesn't matter. And to be honest with you, the only thing I want to do is help if I can. I'm just a dude on the internet that's currently swimming in Tokyo Bay. I got Rick the emotional. Yeah, if you want to test this out, I'm perfectly fine with that because now I know how to unscrew, the timeout. Which, by the way, even though it timed you out, at least it was only for 300 seconds. So if I was an inept person, at least it wouldn't be that long. Yeah, so keep it to the canon. That's what it was. Okay, I saw it for a split second. Yeah, you said fucker, and then bam. So, untime out, RZ Ryzene. Okay, can you talk now, Ryzene? Because otherwise I'll have to do the previous way I did it, which is, okay, yeah, it did. So, okay, let me look at my Twitter while I wait for his response. Or your response, I'm sorry. Oh, I got it, I think. Oh my god, you actually cut it out. Jesus. Oh my god. The cussing def worked? Well, you also had caps in it, so maybe it was like, well, there's all caps in this, therefore that. But yeah, like I said, I will fix the filter. I will free everyone. The only thing that I ask is don't disappoint your cat. Don't break TOS because I want to give everyone as much leeway as possible. I am a very fervent believer in letting people say what they want to say. Okay? But I have to obey rules because yeah, try with no caps. So Ryzene is currently going to be the guinea pig, which by the way, I am extremely grateful for this because I was actually thinking of taking a time to okay, so it's caps, it's not cursing. Good. Yeah, because I was thinking of taking time to like doing a like ghost stream at like 2 a.m. in the morning and then deleting the VOD to test out like, okay, what can I say? What can I get away with? Yeah. So let me write that down. Remove caps ban. So yeah, because I don't care. Like, and here's the thing, right? Writing in caps is a really good way to communicate a message in text, right? Because I can't hear your voice. I can't. Well, okay, yeah, that of course has been in there. I mean, the default Twitch filter does a really good job of it, from what I can tell. But yeah, it has been. Yeah, because I am perfectly fine with everyone. I do not care in the slightest, and it requires no effort from me, so no big deal. But yeah, I have that too. The reason I was saying that though is because I want you to feel comfortable about just, being yourself. Because ultimately, like, the reason we're on the internet is because we want to be able to talk and have fun and chat and hang out without really worrying about too much. Now, obviously, like I said, there are fences, right? They're there, don't worry. So I'm also gonna write down to double check the racism filter. Because it just detracts from the stream when there's problems like that, right? Like, no one enjoys a negative Nancy, right? But yeah, sorry, let me get back to you, Rin. Yeah, so Rin sent me a DM on Twitter, and he sent me a cardboard cutout of a particular manufacturer that makes boom booms. And you know what? I'm not gonna put any context here. Rin, don't do it. Don't put it on your shirt, okay? Is there offense at our current job? I don't know. It's not for me to know. Wow, you sent me a DM on Twitter, but you're not. No, I'm kidding. Oh no, you are. Oh shit, I'm sorry. I was gonna be like facetious, like, oh, you sent me a DM, but you're not following me, blah. Hey, see, now this is where it gets problematic, right? Is because, like, wait, hold on. What's going on here? What is this email? Sorry, I can't talk about it because it's work related, but I don't know. Sometimes I get emails from people that, like, make me go, like, huh? What the hell? You know, do you ever get those emails? I'm not saying just work, just like in general. You ever get emails that just blow your mind at how stupid they are? Because you know that, like, ow, I just hit my ankle. Like, it's not like, when you know it's written by a person, because it's like, you can tell the difference between like a bot email and then a human email. Well, no, because like I have like people that are like outside of my know. I'm trying to be cryptic about it, so forgive me for the privacy, but you know, they don't really know about it. But I've explained it to them a bunch of times and they're still asking me, even though I wrote them an email. So I'm probably just going to hit them with as per my previous email, you know, and just refer to that. But, but you know, we do what we can. But yeah, it's rare for me too, which is why I literally like got stun locked there. Cause I'm like, it's 7 p.m. in the evening. Why are you writing me an email? You know, watch TV, do something, you know? Oh my God, now I'm getting called on Discord. What the hell? Oh, that's another thing I need to do, right? I have this bad habit where, okay, so I need to fix my discipline with FL Studio, but I also need to fix my discipline with my phone, where I need to save on FL Studio, and on my phone I need to make sure it's on silent. Because I got like a text, like last week, and if that had been like right next to my microphone, like I have a limiter and stuff, but imagine if that would have been right next to the mic, it's just ding, and it's like, you know, because the last thing I want to do is cause y'all pain, you know. It's like no one wants that. Let me look at Twitter. Yeah, so now this is just send Raz stupid crap on Twitter, right? Oh my God, how do I? Yeah, you're good. You can send it. Oh, that's interesting. So when someone sends you a message, thank you, Raztavi. Thank you for taking it literally and metaphorically, and I'm very happy that you're willing to listen to me on all fronts. Let me see here. Yeah, so whenever you like send a message to someone and says, "Do you want to let this person message you?" They won't know you've seen their message until you accept it. So there isn't like a read receipt. Oh yeah. And then Rin just sent me a picture of 2 cars. Now, here's the problem. I like cars, but I'm bad with names. Right? Like I know, hold on, let me see here. I want to look at this. And yeah, DM testing worked good, RZ. By the way, would you prefer me to call you RZ, Ryzene? What works best for you? Because I'm kind of jumping between them, but I know people have their preferences. And obviously, like, and don't be like, oh, well, use it because it's short. No, what do you want to be called, right? Because I had friends in high school who had, like, long names, right? Like, here, let me think. Like Daphne, right? And everyone would call her Daff. And I would make sure to call her Daphne because I know that she hated being called Daff, but she said it because people didn't want to say a name with 2 syllables. However you would, okay, cool. Then I'll probably switch between the two, so if you ever get annoyed or change your mind, let me know. You know, the least I can do is say your name right, you know. And then for me, anything is the same, you know, I don't care. Have fun. Do what you want. Like I said, I'm very laissez-faire. I like to think I'm pretty chill. I'm unhinged, and I'm pretty controlled in streams where I'm just like chilling out and chatting, but yeah. Right? Okay, then I'll do that. Sounds good. Now, it's going to take, now, this is the thing. I'm going to do my best to do it, but I'm going to fail. There are going to be moments where I'm going to clearly say RZ, or I'm going to clearly say Ryzene, and I'm going to screw up, and as soon as I say it, I'm going to realize it, okay? I'm going to go like, oh, you've told me. How many times now? And I still didn't say it? So don't worry. When that happens, that's what's going on inside of my head. That's what's going on. So just know it's not because I'm being an idiot or because I'm being mean or, you know, facetious or antagonizing or anything like that. I'm an idiot. Okay. Let me clear the table here. Let me make sure it's nice and clean. I'm just a guy. I'm an idiot. Okay. And anything impressive I do, please compliment me. Anything stupid I do, it was expected. Okay. It's a really good cheat trick. You should try this. But speaking of cheat trick, last night I had let me read this. A Mazda Miata. I know they were familiar, but I didn't know the name of them. Yeah, so he sent me a photo of a, looks like a teal cyan Mazda Miata. Number 5, and then to the right of it was a red Pagani. Yeah, I actually have, do I still have it? I may go and grab it depending on how I feel, but I have a Hot Wheels of, or rather, I used to, like, I never collected them, but I had them, right? And I have a few of them that I really like, and the only one that I have that's in the box and is completely and totally just, like, pristine condition is, like, because Hot Wheels did this thing where, like, they would put experimental vehicles that, like, didn't really exist, but, like, they were just kind of trial runs, and they're really rare, right? They only make them for a little bit and then they're gone. So they're technically collectors. And I have one that I got from a friend of mine, and I was like, man, Rye, I'm not going to lie to you. I only saw above the waist, and I was about to say, did you just send me what I think you sent me as the image test? And then I looked at it again. I was like, oh, okay, we're good. just imagine that, right? You meet someone, you're having a good conversation, you're in good company, and then they send you like horrific like porn. just imagine that, right? That's what I thought. I was like, no way. And then I was like, no, he wouldn't do that. You wouldn't do that. And I was like, there, yeah. And the image test has succeeded. Yeah, I know, but like, here's the thing, right? I've been on the internet a long time, and I've had. Oh, I'm not asking. Okay, you're good. You don't have to. Please don't. I'm perfectly content where I am in my box. I am good to go. But oh my god, just thinking about that, it gets me a little bit like, whoo. Because I've had instances where I've met like perfectly normal people, no red flags whatsoever, and then they will do something so out of left field that it just blows my mind. And I don't know if y'all have developed that filter and that like warning system too. But anytime that happens, I always like assume, oh my god, like I don't know if it. I hope it picked up my tracking, but I was like, oh my god, and I was like, oh, okay, that was my fault. So I'm sorry, that was just my force of habit, literally, because I have had that before. Oh, for sure, 100%. Let me see here. Okay, now this is something I can get behind, right? If you're ever bored and you're just like, you know what, screw it, feel free to send me memes, because that's what that's what Rin just did. He sent me alligators in. Wow, are they in? Oh my god, they're in like fire, not fire, bulletproof vest. What the hell? That's cool. Why are there so many of them? Your memes come from TikTok? Yeah, that's fine. Here's the thing, right? Like, everyone has their preferences with memes. Everyone has their like, oh yeah, this is where I get them, right? Some people get it from Reddit, God help them. Some people get it from TikTok. Some people get it from Google Images, you know? Everyone has the place they get them. I don't mind. I mean, here's the thing, right? The worst you'll get is that I'll look at it and go, which is not bad, because that means I saw it. You know I did. And if it isn't funny, that's okay. Yeah, Reddit used to interest me back before forums properly died. When forums properly died and everything started to become Skype, Ventrilo, I can't remember the other ones, but like, you know, I never used Ventrilo, like TeamSpeak, right? You know, that's when it stopped. Armored alligators to the Rio Grande. Now that is a headline. I love that. But like back in the day, right, it used to just be forums. And Reddit was kind of the first one where people really took traction to. But the culture over there now is just, it's bad. It's just horrible. It really is just terrible. And I feel bad for them because you'll read some posts that they make and, you know, it's so bad. Okay. Noted, Rye. I won't look at your profile unless you want me to. But like Reddit, man, you see some of the things that people post and you're like, I want to help them. And then like, I remember the one time I spent a long time writing a like literal essay trying to help this dude. He called me, I can't say it on Twitch. I'll just say it. He called me that. I'm like, I spent this much time trying to help you. I don't even like you. I just thought you were so sad and pathetic and pitiable that I should help you. And it's like, all right, you have fun. And I called it there. But speaking of, last night I went to sleep, and I don't know if you guys have had this before. I haven't. I went to sleep. Well, I went to sleep really late today, but I went to sleep and I woke up, and only the left side of my lower back hurt. And I was like, what? How does that happen? You know, like, what? But it went away really quickly because I did some stretching and stuff, but like, I've never had that happen before. I was like, what the hell? Am I old now? Well, whatever you do. Oh, okay, I read that. I'm glad I made my Twitter account. I made sure I can't see. Yeah, you don't have to worry about me posting anything 18 plus on my profile. I think that you can get away with being funny with that stuff if you have the reputation and stuff, but no one, like, I don't have a reputation, right? Like, I don't have, like, oh, this is what Raz does, right? Because it's still forming, right? You do, so you weren't, okay. Yeah. To each their own. Everyone has their preferences. Everyone has their things. And the beautiful part is that if you don't want to look at it, just don't click. Easy. Like, I did it like that because I knew I wouldn't know how to change it. Yeah, I have it turned off, but to be honest with you, 90% of the stuff I see on my my feed, I think it's called, yeah, the timeline feed or whatever, is mostly memes, anime stuff, any tweet by Sarah Sfana, because that's my, like, favorite, well, YouTube female streamer, and Pay Money Wubby. But he doesn't really post on Twitter, so I don't really see it. But yeah, mostly cat videos, memes, the very few people I follow. Yeah. If you feel like joining something, just make sure that you're going into it for not, like, if you're going to do something, make sure you're not doing it for something else, right? So if you're going to join X, right, don't do it because you think you're going to get Y. If you're not going to join for X's sake, then you're in a world for hurt, right? Now, there's a lot to be said about, like, not vindication, but like inspiration, motivation, or a call to action. So that's like called a vocation, right? If that's what you feel called to, go for it. But, it's very important to guard your future because, you don't get the past back, and the present you have to make all the decisions, and you have to make sure that future you is going to be happy with it. And I'm not just saying about, like, Border Patrol particularly. I'm just saying, like, anything, right? Because I haven't really had the unfortunate situation where I've done something that, like, took years of my life that I regretted, thankfully, and I hope I never do that. But, you get to make every single choice in your life, and you get to, well, you get the freedom to make every choice in your life, but you also get the responsibility of making that choice. So just make sure you're sure, And the last thing you want to do is ask for advice from people on the internet. Because you'll either get rose-colored glasses or you'll get brown-covered glasses. You can get where I'm going with it. Yeah, I mean, one of the frustrating things about life is that a lot of people, and I'm one of them, I wish that I could say, like, oh yeah, I figured it out. No. Everyone has what they got to do to make a living, right? But if that doesn't fully satisfy you, right, you have hobbies. Like this. Like, ever since I started streaming, this has been so much fun, right? And no matter whether I have one viewer, which is me, or 5 or 10 or 20 viewers, is completely irrelevant to me because I'm just hanging out, right? And the reason that I have that perspective is because every single stream I do, I'm going to upload to my VODs channel, or try to, so that I have a catalog of stuff. So, let's say 10 years in the future, I'm sitting here and I'm talking about fart jokes, right? You can go and see what I was doing 10 years ago, right? Or at least that's the hope. School club for trap and skeet. Yeah, that's cool. I mean, I don't know what that is, but the thing is that, like, no matter how old, how experienced, how X, Y, and Z, move over to your interests. Well, actually, that's a really nice segue for it. Can't say, oh, okay. Okay, hold on, wait, I think I know trapping. Oh, gotcha. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, that would be TOS, unfortunately. Yeah, so, we got to stay in the fences, but Yeah, so speaking of interest, thank you for the segue, Rye. Coffee or tea? I spent 52 minutes sitting here, but I still haven't asked you. Coffee or tea? Coffee? Okay, okay. Coffee? Same. I agree. Now here's my counter argument. I'm gonna play devil's advocate. Okay, yeah, right, me too. I drink coffee because I need the energy. Like I don't drink coffee purely for leisure. Okay. And when I do, it's a latte, which is like 20% coffee and 80% like heated milk. That's a latte. That's what I do. So there's not a lot of coffee in it. It's like a pleasure thing. It's for taste. But if I'm at like, if I need to crunch, black coffee all the way. You gotta, you know? Latte for sure? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You get it. But with tea is a pleasure drink for me. Okay. And I have quit coffee before, which I can't ever do again. That was awful. And I only drank tea. But tea doesn't have any caffeine in it. And I only like tea with milk and sugar. So that may be blasphemous to some people, which I understand. I get it. I understand. But that's how I have to consume it. And the only tea I drink is Earl Grey. I can only drink Earl Grey, and I have to do it with milk and sugar. That's the only way I can do it. Okay, tea Earl Grey hot. You know, double choco coffee with whipped cream. Oh, dude, my favorite coffee to make, and this is my latte. I will, and by the way, this is ghetto as hell, but that means anyone can do it. I get the coffee from McDonald's because it's the cheapest one at the market. Bring it home, I brew it. I have a percolator, but you know, you can make it however you want, right? And I fill up my cup 20%, no matter how big it is, 20% with coffee, and then I put cinnamon. So literally like cinnamon stuff. Yeah. I put cinnamon, just a little dash of cinnamon. And then I take another cup, put milk in it for the other 80%, and I microwave it for a minute. Okay, so really ghetto, right? I have a frother and stuff now, but you know, back then, I just would put it in the microwave. I would pour it in, and then I would stir it, and it would taste like a cinnamon roll latte, because that's what it is. And that is my favorite coffee. Yeah, I love how people always say you're going to be energetic when you drink that energy drink. Well, the thing about energy drinks is that what it's doing is that it's tricking your body chemistry, right? Because first and foremost, before you drink it, you're like, I'm going to become energized by drinking it. So you're already Pavloving yourself into believing it's going to happen. But if it doesn't happen because like you didn't drink too much or you had too much and your dopamine receptors and stuff are shot, you know, that's pretty, it's a hard thing. Because I have been in many situations where I needed energy and I would drink coffee and all it did was make me more tired, which was an indicator of, hey, you need to let your body rest. Speaking of cinnamon, thanks for the reminder of getting myself a cinnamon bread with cardamom. Oh. Yeah, I'm a sucker for bread. I get this bread. I normally get the cheapest bread that's available. And it changes on occasion, unfortunately. But my favorite bread is ones that have like oats and stuff on them. And like, it's just so good. And like, sometimes they'll have specialty bread for like really cheap because they're trying to like get rid of it. So it's a little stale, but like, yeah, it's whatever. And it's like, it just hits different. It's the opposite for you with energy drinks because you get tired from them because it's always been like that. Yeah, that normally means that your chemistry is such that like, you can't take in too much caffeine, otherwise your body turns it into like, not melatonin, but like the science behind it, to my knowledge, and I just want to make sure you guys know, I just read this on the internet, so I could be completely wrong, and I probably am. When you consume a massive amount of caffeine and your body doesn't have a natural ability to take it in, metabolize, and turn it into energy, what it will do is that it will just like put fat around it and then put it through your system and expel it in one way or another, and that's it. Peppered ham? Oh yeah, for sure. It's a specialty item, but like the butcher at the market I normally go to, it's rare. He doesn't have it often, but the peppered ham, whenever I get it, is S tier, just amazing. By the way, if you haven't tried it, I recommend you trying prosciutto, which is like I think it's raw ham. Wait. Here, hold on. I'm probably not selling it well. Let me double check. It's a uncooked, unsmoked, dried cured ham. And I recommend getting prosciutto and like putting it on bread or having it with cheese and stuff. If you want to feel like a millionaire, have a beverage of your choice with prosciutto and cheeses. It is so good. You'll feel like a millionaire. You'll just be like, oh yeah, I'm sipping on, my drink with cheese and prosciutto. I'm so fancy. Meanwhile, I'm sitting in my bed. Can you DM me that meat? Yeah, hold on. You can Google it, of course. But let me... Here, I'll... It's called prosciutto. I think I sent it. Okay, yeah, it's sent. Cool. Yeah, I will say, though, if you're eating it for the first time, only eat a few slices and wait about 10-20 minutes. Some people I've heard, I want to get my own bread machine. I want to make my own yeast. I want to do all that, right? And the reason why is because of Sarah's fauna. I used to really enjoy, because my mom used to make this like bread, and what she would do, like, she didn't really do anything fancy, but like fresh bread made in a bread maker and baked at home, there's just like, I don't know, it makes me feel warm inside whenever I ate it. Like, it was just love personified in food, and I want to capture that lightning in a bottle again. So I don't have the money for it, and to be frank, I don't really have the time for it, but if I ever do, bread machine, and yeast, and like I want to get into like the cultures and stuff, and just like, just stupid hobby, right? But also it's really nice because it allows me to make like incredible stuff. But let me get back to my warning. If you're trying prosciutto for the first time, have like 3 or 4 strips of it, and then wait like 10 minutes and see, hey, how are you feeling? Because most of the time, like 99% of the time, it'll just be delicious. But if like you have a propensity to like reject that type of food because it is uncured, it's like it's a specialty item type of thing. It's a little expensive too, so sorry about that, but I don't control the prices, unfortunately. But yeah, it definitely is like something that you have like as like a brunch item. Just like it's Sunday afternoon, you're hungry, but like you don't really want to wait for dinner. You have like a few slices of prosciutto and some cheese. That's what I would normally do. But let me see here. Yeah, I still haven't watched Free Ren. I said yesterday that I think, was it Ren? I think Ren was the one that reminded me that I didn't play or watch Free Ren. You can, yeah, so you can get them in you can get prosciutto in like little packs. Now, obviously they can sell them like in, oh my god, he sent me like a massive drumstick of it. But they sell them in like little packs of like 10 or 15 slices, so that you're not spending like $100 for ham. So yeah, so like if you're going to buy prosciutto, you should be able to find it in the meat section, or if you have the, oh wait, what? Oh, did I say something? I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm kind of lost. I have hella ADHD, so if I don't think that I said something bad, I'll junk it and I'll move on. It's just how I am. So if I accuse you of something, let me know so I can fix it. Oh, I see. Yeah, so like Ren sent me a picture of like prosciuttos that you can have. I recommend you to get the ones that are like in small slices. So they're, here, I'll send it to you in DM. So pre-cut, pre-packaged, should be like in a set of like 10 to 15 normally. Or you can ask your butcher. If you have one, of course. Because the thing is like 90% of the time when you get like food from a butcher, it tends to be pretty expensive. But sometimes you can get lucky, and like if you wait a day or two after it's been packaged, let's go to bread. Raya's like, you know what? You have talked about my special interest. We are going to investigate. And to be honest with you, I'd love to, but I don't really know that much about it, right? Like I know good bread. Like I can taste good bread. I can understand good bread. I can't make it, nor do I really understand the things behind it. See, exactly right. Yeah, that's the scary thing. It's like, oh no, you should be streaming instead of me, and I should be listening to you about bread. But like, yeah, if like for whatever reason, pain au chocolat, oh, you just reminded me of chocolate croissants. The market I go to has a thing where it's a croissant type, like, I don't think it's croissant, but like it's bread and there's chocolate inside. and they put it in the oven, and it heats up the chocolate inside and makes it gooey. And then when you bite into it, it's not just like a crunchy, crispy, flaky bread, but chocolate inside. Croissant, pretzel, garlic bread, loaf bread, cinnamon bun. Yeah, and here's the thing, right? I'm a very like simple person, so once I find something that works, I tend not to really explore or do anything else because it works, right? Now, obviously, as time goes on, I'll probably do that. For cooking rice. Yeah, I can cook a mean thing of rice in a rice cooker, okay? Every time I try to make rice on the oven, I just like, I overcook it, and it's a little bit like too, so I just use my rice cooker, and it's faster too. Less dishes to clean. Let's see here. Yeah, so I'm really happy that everything is working so far. Stream Elements is working. It showed my notification, which, oh, what I sent you turned into chicken parm. Oh, yeah. Chicken Parmesan, man. Did you use panko for the breadcrumbs? Panko is the best. I've tried others. Like, I've tried... KFC had it. Parmigiano. Yeah, what cheese did you use for the chicken parm? Wait, hold on. Am I... Hold on. I may be... I do not know my food. Well, I kind of do, but I assume that I don't until shown otherwise. It should just be Parmesan, right? Because, well, here the reason I ask that is because, like, sometimes whenever I make chicken parm, well, I make chicken parm with a different cheese. Yeah, I do mozzarella or Parmesan, but I sometimes change, yeah, shredded mozzarella. I sometimes change the cheese depending on, like, what flavor profile I want. Yeah, I can cook, right? I have, if I were to cook for you, I could nail 3 or 4 dishes, no problem. But if you're asking me to make, like, you know, like a beef Wellington, even if you gave me all the ingredients, I could probably do it. But I would need to go to YouTube, and it would take me a long time. Yeah, how is air frying? I have heard only positive things about air fryers, and I want to buy one just so that I can increase the efficiency of, like, cooking food and just having more options. And I'm told that air frying is literally just a fryer, or sorry, a oven in like in a movable form. Yeah, I hear that Wellington is like one of the premier ways of testing, like, whether or not you have the technical ability to do more intricate dishes. By the way, right, are you in culinary school? Or are you like a chef? Because I mean, it seems like the moment I said anything about like cooking it, it's like a kid on Christmas, and it's like, it's really cool to see. But I'm like, are you a professional, or are you just like a really serious enthusiast? More of a hobby? Yeah, I get that. Yeah, because I don't really have a lot of those hobbies anymore. I mean, I have gaming and stuff like that, but like, whenever I get to see people be really excited about stuff that they care about, I always love feeding into it. Or I'm trying to the best of my ability, right? Because I can only do so much. Because it's really nice to see people have passions and interests that they want to pursue. Especially when they're, like, difficult to me. Like, I can cook, right? Like, I mean, I won't die. But, like, I'm not also, like, super into it, right? I just do it because, like, I have a minor interest. But, like, when you see people who are like, this is my thing, I am good at it, I am the expert, you can rely on me, like, that's very reassuring, because it's like, yeah, you had to spend a lot of time and effort learning stuff and figuring out stuff in order to get to that position. Especially when you consider the fact that, like, especially nowadays, right? Like, even though there's so much internet information available on the internet, like, you have to put all that information together and make sense of it. So even though technically speaking you have the world at your fingertips, you have no idea what to do with it unless you know how to move them. Air frying is pretty good. It took me, okay, I can't read, hold on. Do I need to, oh my god, do I need to put on my readers? I'm blind. Air frying is pretty good. Like, it took me probably like 15 minutes or something in total making the chicken parm. Oh yeah, but it took me about an hour to make all of it because I had mouth. Yeah. See, when you're cooking for yourself, you can get away with like my steak and rice, right? That's my crown dish, right? Ribeye steak with salt, pepper, garlic, a little bit of butter for, you know, a little bit of color, and a little bit, you know, all that, and then in a bowl of rice. That is my go-to dish, right? That is my shtick. I can make that thing in 15, 20 minutes. Every single time. Without fail. And I can do that with chicken. And chicken's faster because chicken cooks faster, right? Like steak, you have to like 4.5 minutes each side plus a sear. You know, like it takes some time. But chicken, you can get away with not really having to do all that. Or if you want to introduce like veggies or stuff. What kind? I'm not a Subway. Just a casual sandwich with peppered ham, cheese, pickles, mayo. That's not bad. Am I allergic to anything? I don't think I'm allergic to anything. To my knowledge, I'm not allergic to anything, but the only food I don't eat, which, by the way, I know, it may sound weird, but I don't eat fish. I've told this story before, but when I was a kid, I had fish, and I got really bad food poisoning, because the person who cooked it it was a family gathering, a mistake was made, and I was in the bathroom for like 4 or 5 hours. And from that day forward, I've just never eaten fish. Now, will I suffer through sushi? Yeah. But, you know, if I were given the choice, I would not exercise eating fish. Oh, hold on. I know what that's called. Polymorphous light eruption? PMLE, is that what it's called? Spicy sauce ranch on the side. Some salt and pepper chips. Yeah, my favorite chips have to be salt and vinegar nowadays. I don't know why. It hurts my mouth after I eat like 5 chips, but it's just so good. It used to be sour cream and onion. Like, you said you were like allergic to the sun or whatever. Like, there's a condition where, like, when sunlight hits the skin, it like converts into like it causes the proteins in the skin to like decay from like an improper like process, and it like causes a lot of problems down the line if like you don't wear like sunscreen and stuff. You mean fish and chips? Yeah, I've never made fish and chips for obviously because I don't eat fish, right? So I've never bothered making it, but I just need. Here I am thinking you got an actual condition. It's like, no, I just stare at the sun and I sneeze. Man, I wonder why your body is involuntarily making you sneeze. Almost like it's making you close your eyes and look away. You never eat fish? Yeah, generally speaking, no. Like I said, I'll suffer sushi, but for the most part, no, I don't eat fish. And it sucks too because when I look at a salmon, right, like a beautifully cooked salmon, I hate how it smells, but a well-cooked salmon, well-plated, with a lot of accoutrement, as they say, right? That's a beautiful thing, right? And it's like, I can eat that? Whoa. But, like I said, you know, yeah, the texture of it, I hate, like, and here's the thing. I'm not like, I don't want to eat it. Ew. I've eaten it before, because I'm like, oh, it's been a few years. Maybe it's changed. Nope, I still hate it. Like, I went to a really fancy restaurant that did fish. I suffered through it. I went alone, by the way. This was like how serious I take this. I was like, I'm gonna go to this fancy restaurant. It wasn't like Michelin or anything. It was just like expensive, right? Good quality, expensive. And I sat down and I got a salmon, and it was kind of like what I explained earlier with like the perfection, but it wasn't like perfect. It was just really good. I couldn't eat it. And I actually made sure I told the waiter, like, hey, I want you to let the chef know, like, hey, it's not because of the food. It's because, you know, my blah, blah, blah. And I was testing to see if I liked it. And I made sure to tip well and make sure that, you know, because the last thing, like, if you create something from your own hands to give to another person and they don't respect it, I feel that is very painful, because I've had that experience myself where I've had the opportunity to create with my hands. So I always try to be graceful and gentle when I can. Yeah, interesting food preferences are there, yeah. Over here, I'll eat anything. Yeah, have them, have you ever eaten oysters, Ren? Now that's a culty item to eat. That's kind of like French people really like oysters. Oh, you like oysters? Okay, yeah, then you can't really get anything thrown at you. Maybe umi, which is Japanese sea urchin. Maybe that could get you. Or calamari, which is squid, right? Yeah, when you get lost in good conversation, you miss details. And then whenever you have a good conversation, you move on. But yeah, always feel free to jump back to stuff, because that's how my brain works. Squid is great. Man, you must have been a great kid. You ate everything, and you still eat everything. You're allergic to shellfish? Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, and it's really hard to figure out like whether something has been like tampered with. Like not tampered like isn't like someone's trying to kill you or anything, but like if like one little piece of shellfish touches your dish, it's over, right? It triggers the allergy. And now squid and octopus. I'm very sorry to hear that. Yeah, because there's like takoyaki, which I think is like squid balls, where you take a little bit of squid and you put it in bread and like make a little ball out of it. It's a Japanese cuisine thing. And I've always wanted to try that, but yeah, it just sucks that it, like your body literally rejects it. Give me the rest of your money. Hey. My mouth gets itchy. Well, at least that's not too bad, right? Like I've had friends who like, I've never had to call an ambulance before, but I had to like, you know, be like, hey, do you need your epi? Like, do you like, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, it's fine. But yeah, there are minor cases and then there are more severe cases. But I wanted to show you guys something. Let me find it as I'm killing time to do it. Let's see here. Yeah, so for FL Studio, though, the reason why I spent so much time on it is because I was working on BGM music. Like, I love this BGM. It literally feels like we're chilling out having a 3 o'clock snack. Okay, it's just so good. But the problem is that, like, I don't have, like, the quote-unquote rights for it. I'm using it under free use and a few other things. But, you know, I want to have background music that can never get copyright struck, right? And it sucks because, like, it's really difficult navigating copyright in the DMCA era now. It used to be a free-for-all, which was wonderful, but now it's just really difficult, to be honest with you. And I want to get to a point, not with skill, for example, but more so with, like, I just want to create good stuff. And, oh, where did it go? But, yeah, it looks like I'll have to wait to see it tomorrow. But actually, I think that's what I'll either do tomorrow. Because the goal, the secret ulterior motive with the stream, besides obviously hanging out and having fun, was, oh, Rin just sent me, I believe Rin? Yeah, Rin just sent me a DM, a Froyo. What's that? Let me Google it so that you don't have to waste your finger. Oh, frozen yogurt. Yeah, frozen yogurt is bomb. I'm a... I know this sounds weird, but I really only like vanilla ice cream and stuff. I am a very generic person. And it's nice because, like, everyone who, like, goes to a party and has ice cream, like, they're like, oh, I don't want the vanilla or the Cosmopolitan. I'm like, I'll take it. Like, that's my shtick. Hell yeah. Desserts? Oh, are you a baker? Uh-oh. I love that emote. I love the emotes where they take the model of a VTuber, make them bald, and they're like, pet, pet, pet. Okay, so that is your shtick. Well, yeah, I know, but like you were really like keying into the more like the cooking era or the cooking side as opposed to the dessert side. So I figured, oh, that's the one that you prefer more. Well, yeah, I know, but I mean, it always pays to be extremely like careful because the last thing I want to do is assume something you're not and then cause you problems because you have to explain that I'm an idiot and I'm wrong, you know. So whenever I do that, that's why. I just want to avoid BS, and I would rather it be on my end, like, oh, you're an idiot. He literally said this, than opposed to having you to like sit there and like, well, according, you know, blah 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 blah, and it was like, you know, it breaks the flow of the combo, right? So I might as well redirect it back onto me, and have it nice and easy. I don't want to get to the chocolatier side. Oh, have you seen those videos where they make like statues out of chocolate? Yeah. That's exactly what. Yeah, I'm getting at. Like. They make these beautiful pieces. Like, hold on, let me find one. Chocolate art. I saw one recently. Oh, I don't know where it is, but like you guys know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah, you know, what's actually kind of funny about that? I'm kind of the same way. I don't really like chocolate, like, in general. I'll eat it, but I'll only eat a little bit, and it's not because it hurts my stomach or anything. It's just... I've had enough. Like, that's enough sugar for me, I guess, or that's enough chocolate. And I feel really bad for the people who, like, can eat chocolate, like, just, like nonstop. Like, that must be rough. Like, because I can kill a bag of chips in, like, 5 seconds. And I'm like, imagine if that was, like, chocolate. Like, oh. Okay, good. Yeah, so I'm grateful that at least unintentionally I'm doing the right thing. Even if it is completely unintentional. But, you know. But my big goal is I don't know how this week is going to stack up with busyness, but maybe I can get a draft of like a BGM or something going on and maybe go. Ooh, that looks delicious, Ren. Looks like brown rice, black beans, I think they're called, and then chicken tacos. Hell yeah. Gotta get the lime in there, of course. Desserts in general, yeah. They're sweet, but too much, yeah. I mean, I think one of the reasons why people like doing it, like eating so much, is because of that sickening feeling, right? Like, I've talked to a lot of people about it, like, and they're like, well, you know, even though it hurts my stomach, it feels really good. And I'm like, well, what has to happen or what has to feel good in order for you to, like, cause so much harm to yourself, right? Your taste buds have hit a lot of things. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Trying new stuff is amazing. But, man, yeah, I thank God I don't get, like, that chocolate high or anything. Basically masochist? Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking, too. I was like, well, you know, they enjoy the pain because of the benefit they get from it, which I don't know what it is because I haven't experienced it, but I've been told that it's like, you know, like you eat a really good meal and you just feel, like, satiated and, like, super, like, satisfied. That's apparently, like, what I've been told is the feeling, which, you know, power to them, but that's rough. That's rough. I am just looking at all this stuff and ugh. Yeah, I woke up super late today. I like I said, I was up pretty late last night. I went to sleep at like 9 a.m. It was bad. I shouldn't have done it, but I went to sleep and I woke up at like 5:30, and I was like, ugh, which is already bad because I got to go to sleep soon anyway. But and I got a lot of stuff to do, which whoop-de-doo. But you know, it's how it goes. Being busy is a good thing. I'd rather be busy than not have anything to do at all, to be honest. But yeah, I missed Sarah Sfana's stream. She had a member stream today where she was reading Edgar Allan Poe, and I was looking. I didn't know it was happening, but I was like, man, that's something I probably want to do. And then I got up at like 6 and went, oh crap, I got stream. Oh no, I can't watch stream. And I was like, ah. Chinese buffet, you eat and then you're like, I could go for more. Yeah, I love Chinese buffets when they're I think it's like $5 or $10 and you can get like X amount of plates or whatever. Because I don't have a big stomach or a big appetite. I'm just like, I'll have a main, a side, and maybe a dessert if I have room for it, and I'm good to go, right? You know, and it's a nice thing because that means that I don't really like super overeat. But my problem is I eat too fast because I love food. I love food, man. It's just it's delicious. It gives me life. It's everything. You're going to a show soon and they're doing a play about Poe's poems. Yeah, I haven't read Edgar Allan Poe in such a long time, and to be honest with you, I don't really remember it. But yeah, you know, the Green Lady is my favorite female streamer, and Wubby wasn't on today, I don't think, so I didn't really have anyone to watch. But the good news is that, like, actually one of the main detriments with being on Twitch as opposed to like streaming on YouTube is that every VOD I have to upload. I have to take it, I have to upload it to YouTube, and it takes forever. So like the longer the stream goes, the longer it takes to upload, right? But on YouTube, it's automatically there. But the problem is that like I like streaming on Twitch because like I used to, like years ago, back when Justin TV was Twitch, and Twitch didn't exist yet because it was called Justin TV. I used to dabble on it a lot. I was waiting for you to go live. Yeah, my goal is to make sure that I'm here every day at the same time, and even if it's not a long stream, even if it isn't like 2 hours or 3 hours or whatever, like I'm here, right? Because one of the most important things about being a streamer, in my opinion, is one, consistency, right? Because the last thing you want to do is go to a stream, enjoy the content, and then hear, oh, I'm going to be on tomorrow, and then they're not there. And then you don't hear anything about them. Because it's like, oh, I was looking forward to that. Right? Like, and I have my favorite streamers because, you know, everyone has their favorite streamer, right? Everyone does. And the reason they're your favorite streamer is because they do stuff that really, you know, resonates with you. Time to go to a... See, I want to do that, but it needs to be in a controlled environment and definitely not during the week. Like, Man, 7 p.m., 5, yeah, so it'd be midnight. Ooh, that would be a little rough. Little rough. But yeah, no, maybe on a weekend or something. But I'm going to eventually start transitioning away from this like hangout type thing, just chatting, to like playing games and stuff, because that's one of the main reasons. Like I'm not like I'm not like a pigeonhole streamer. Maybe in a, oh my, it's been an hour and 22 minutes. Man, I thought it was literally only like 30 minutes. I was actually like kind of getting worried. I was like, man, I've gone through like a good portion of what I wanted to talk about, and it's like like I'm worried. Oh no! And then I looked down and I went, oh, an hour and 22 minutes. But probably in a little bit. But yeah, I plan on transitioning away. Yeah, exactly. See that, like I told Rin this I think a day or two ago. I was like, when you're in good company with good company with good conversation, time will fly. And this is my favorite part. This is what I love about streaming. Being in chat or being a streamer or watching stuff, I love this. Because it's really hard to get this organically outside of the internet. It's borderline impossible in some ways, right? Because you have to like align in certain ways, or you have to look a certain way, or be, and it's like, you know, it's frustrating. But here it's like, you be yourself, right? You got to stay in the fences of Twitch and stay in the fences of, you know, X, Y, and Z. But besides that, it's free reign. What if this is my favorite place because I have free will to bring up topics others wouldn't bring up? Cool. That's awesome. I mean, being able to talk freely anywhere is a privilege, right? And that's what happens when we talk about our, exactly. Yeah. Because like like I said, I have boundaries that I don't like to cross, generally speaking, because I don't want to ostracize people based upon my opinions, which ultimately has no bearing on changing anything. It won't help anyone. And honestly, it's a waste of your time. You don't need to hear about that because it's not going to help you. It's not going to make you better. It's not going to make you anything except maybe frustrated or irritated. And the last thing I want to do is remind you of stuff outside of stream. Because we stream and we watch streams to either escape from reality or just to make our day better, right? Yeah, and controversial topics, right? Like, there are a lot of them right now, right? And this isn't opening the door, okay? I'm looking at the door and letting everyone know there's the door. I'm not opening it. I'm just saying that's where it is, okay? And if I were to talk about them and be like, yeah, this is my position, right? Like, take Hassan. If any of you, I imagine y'all know the name, but take Hassan, right? All he does is politics. He seems to be on one particular side of the fence, okay? And that means that the other half of the fence can't even interact with him. And whenever I see clips of Hassan, I kind of feel bad for him, because it's like, if at any moment he decides that he's like, I'm wrong, I changed my mind, his career's over. Yeah, it's a risky topic, right? And it's frustrating, because I'm thinking like, that's a really hard position to be like stuck in, right? Being in a position where people expect you to be a certain way, and there are dire consequences to not acting in conformity with that reputation, right? And in my opinion, right, this is why I do this. I want to be my genuine self up front, so that in the future, if there ever is an opportunity like that, or there ever is a situation like that, I'm not going to regret it. I'm not going to put myself in a situation for status or money or whatever, because I don't want to betray my principles. I don't want to betray the reason I'm here. My purpose here is to be interesting. That is my maxim. That is what I want to achieve. And I want to do my best to be a place that people can hang out and have fun. That's my goal, right? And that's why I don't talk about controversial topics. But the reason I brought up Hassan is because he's a really good learning example of what to be careful of. If you decide to only take one side, or if you only decide to put yourself in that position, what happens is that you have this really bad situation where, like I said, if you try to recant on your position, if you try to say, well, I was wrong, you're hurting a lot of the people that are following you. And also the other thing is that, like, that's the only thing that you can really, if I'm honest with you, talk about, right? Because everyone, like, those controversial topics will always be more important than bread, or why, food or prosciutto, right? That will always be more quote unquote interesting, but it always brings a negative thing because let's be real, right? Talking about controversial topics get us riled up. I don't want to do that. I just want to hang out and have fun, right? And here's the other thing, right? I'm fine with people being edgy, right? I'm fine with people poking at the wall of what's acceptable. I'm fine with people poking at the door of what's acceptable and so on. I don't care, right? I don't take any offense to it. I'm perfectly fine. But I have to obey the terms of service of Twitch, and I have to obey, quite frankly, the rules and things that have been put in place, because otherwise it turns into chaos, and then the people that enjoy the chaos, they're the only ones that prosper. And those aren't the ones that you want in your stream, right? You don't want chaotic people causing problems. And even if you do enjoy that drama, it gets old. Like Nichi Sanji, right? Everyone's basically forgotten about it by now. Imagine if every day we were just talking about Nichi Sanji. Do you know how boring that would be? How tired you're like, whatever. You know, we've beaten that horse dead so many times, right? And that's what I'm getting at. I'm simply saying, you got perched earlier for talking about what. Now I want to see what you said. But like I said, right? You know, I don't want this to be a negative place for people, right? I want it at minimum to be a neutral place where it doesn't hurt you, it doesn't cause you any pain or problems, or it doesn't help you. That is the bare minimum. I just want it to be a place, right? But if it's anything besides that, I want it to be good. So if I ignore your comment on a controversial topic, or if I, segue away from something, that's basically me saying, like, I am going to, because here's the thing. I would love to give my opinion on it because I have my beliefs. Everyone does. But that's what they are, their beliefs, right? And it's not my job, it's not my responsibility to change your mind. It's not my job, it's not my responsibility to inform you or educate you. And quite frankly, you would do a better job of it yourself by Googling and looking at articles and looking at laws and history and going to school for it. You have so many things at your fingertips that can help you that's free than just listening to anyone. And that's just how I feel, right? Because y'all are just really good at, and when I say y'all, I mean people. People are really good at figuring out things they really like. If you are really passionate about bread, if you're really passionate about desserts, if you're really passionate about anything, you're going to figure it out. You're going to know exactly how much yeast you need to make the bread rise at the exact rate you need. Hell, you could probably even time it to where you could do it in 15, 20 minutes, as opposed to the 30, 45, depending on the culture of the yeast you use, right? And why did you figure that out? Because you took the time and the effort and the energy to expel and figure out how to do it. Why should I do that? It's never going to be the same. And things that you learn yourself and master yourself always feel better. So why not leave it to the expert? You got reason. You can use it. Why worry or waste your time with listening to me about it? So that's my quote unquote official position. I'm a nobody streamer. And I kind of like it that way because I get to make mistakes. I get to make, like here, I can remove my pop filter and pop, right? It sounds horrible, right? Hearing the Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. But if I got to a point, which I'm actually really afraid if I do, where like people are expecting a really like professional or like decent stream, right? I'm really worried because it's like I can't let them down. And that puts a lot of pressure on me to be consistent, which is one of the reasons why I'm working so hard on it. So, like, for example, after stream, first thing I'm doing is making sure, hey, did I get copyright struck on any of my, anything on the video, right? Am I banned? No. Okay, cool. Then I'm going to go and look at stream elements and make sure that the ban filter is fixed and make sure that it has the racism filter all good to go. I think it does, but I'm going to double check it to make sure. I'm going to make sure that the caps ban is gone so that people can talk the way they want to talk. If you want to talk in ooh-woo, you can't. If you want to talk in all caps, you can't. I want it to be a place where, because you can't use your voice and because you only have your text, I want you to be able to be as flexible as possible. Hell, you want to talk in emotes? Go for it, right? No limit. Obviously, if it gets crazy, maybe we'll change it as time goes on. But besides that, we'll be fine. But let me see here. Let me end off with a positive note here. I want to look into my pixel art my pixel art folder here and show you something. Let me see here. Where did I put it? Oh my god, I don't know where I put it. Oh no. Uh-oh. Maybe it's in my downloads. But I am a very fervent lover of pixel art. I love pixel art. One of my favorite things about pixel art is that it is... You can get some of the most beautifully looking artwork from literally just putting pixels in certain places, which is amazing. Okay, I'm going to show you this one. Yeah, I'll be leaving probably after I show you this photo because, like I said, you know, time calls and, you know, I got to do... I'm still stuck in, you know, Tokyo Bay, but it's okay. You know, I like it. I can tread water. But the last thing that I want to impart onto you guys is one of the things I learned the most of all is that if you tread water all the time, which is an analogy for worry, you're not going anywhere. You're just treading water. But if you just take a moment to stop treading water, you'll realize that you float. So if you're being anxious or you're scared or you're worried about current events or anything like that, just know, stop treading water and float on your back. You'll be fine. But let me see here. Let me add... Oh, I gotta show you guys this. This is incredible. And what sucks is that I don't know the source for it. I'm not gonna make the source visible just in case it shows, I don't know, Rick's wife or something. Okay, that was... I'm sorry. That was a very poorly phrased... Sorry. Let me see here. Yeah, there we go. Let me show it. So this is a pixel art. This is pixel art, by the way. Let me take Rick down. Okay, Rick, thank you for being my emotional support turtle. But this is... Let me change this around real quick. I need to add a filter to it that slows it down. Let's see here. I don't remember how to do it, but like this is pixel art, and I don't have the source for it, right? But you know what? Screw me. I don't care. You guys need to see this, right? Look at that. That's incredible. It's pixel art, guys. Like, and this is the stuff that really makes me happy. Yeah, exactly. We have to be careful. Yeah. And it's a good thing and a bad thing at the same time. But, you know, I am not in a position to change things. Therefore, I'm going to obey them and do my best that if I want to advocate for something, I go through the right channels. Okay? But I am just trying to figure out the rules and follow them. That's where I'm at the moment. Okay? And like I said, you know, I'm fine with being edgy, right? But we got to be tasteful with it. But let me show you one more. Oh. Yeah, so, yeah, screw me. But look at that. You can see the, here, let me do this. Where is he? Like, you can see, oh. Uh-oh. Hold on. Marlin. There we go. You can see, like, the water, it's like, what do they call it? The water is rippling. You got a waterfall in the background. You've got these beautiful trees. You've got these rocks, and you've got all this stuff, and it's just so good. Arf, 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 arf. And yeah, it's stuff like that really makes my heart like soft in a sense, because it's like, this is beautiful. I have black tips in my house that I will never use or promise it. Hey, okay. You can talk about expo markers, but be careful, okay? Because I know what you're actually talking about. See, but yeah, like I said, you know, where am I? Yeah, so those were my two current favorite pixel art. I don't know who made them. So if like, for example, like you figure out who made these pixels arts and like who actually wrote them and stuff or made them, please let me know so that I can give the art credit, because I don't think I'll use it because I can't properly attribute it because I don't want to get in trouble with Twitch. But at the same time, like, it's just, like Rise said, majestic. But just like everything, all good things must come to an end, and this is the end of today's stream. I am flabbergasted that I went an hour and 40 minutes, but I am looking forward to doing the same thing tomorrow, so don't assassinate me. I'm only joking. Don't worry, I won't hurt you. Maybe I'll you know, bonk you on the head here and there. But besides that, I'm not going to do anything. Don't worry. But the only thing I'm going to do is I'm going to close out the stream, and I hope you have a good day, good night, and if this is your first time seeing the end screen, let me know what you think about the music. I'll be bombarding something in your DMs. All right, sounds good, right? But yeah, take a look at the ending screen and listen to some good music, and I hope you guys take care. Have a good one, and I'll see you tomorrow, same time, every day.